Thanks for coming and watching again. Um, Normally this game would be live, but I messed up. I guess I got disconnected during the game, and it didn't record after that. Um, so we'll just try it as just a review this time and see if it's better or worse. Just let me know what you think. Okay, so in this game, I was white, and the opponent was 10Q, who was at like 9 wins and 1 loss. Again, just going with the simple star points and working on keeping groups nice and strong. This move is not the greatest. It, as we'll see later on, he has to come back and defend this, and then it gives me Sente to go do other stuff. So normally you just want to do something simple like this, but instead he did that. So then I just again played the biggest side that grows my area while reducing his. He kicks. Normally you don't want to kick. You just want to back off here. And again, just keep my group nice and strong. While it might look scary that black's getting this area, if you look at white's area, it's pretty much the same size. But white is a little bit more solid because this group is not really that strong yet. And he plays this move, which is very slow. There are some weaknesses here, but at this point in the game, it's very small. So I just took Sente to play on this side. My reasoning for playing on this side instead of this side was that if I play on this side and he pincers, then it's kind of helping make this a good move. Even though there's a lot of space here and there are some weaknesses here, but if he attacks me or gets strong over here, then it makes this stronger. And I don't want to help him get stronger. And then this move is also high, so it's reducing this area. And if he pincers here, it's kind of doing the same thing, but it's different because this group is really strong. Okay, so now he needs to play here, but he also has this weak group, so he comes back over here to defend this weak group. But now he's kind of a move behind. So I could invade the 3-3 here, but then black gets a really nice outside. I can pincer here, or counter approach, double approach, whatever this is called. And then I just get 2 weak groups, and he's strong on this side and on this side. So instead, I just went with making a base to make my group nice and strong. And it's also making it harder for him. Like, he can kind of go back here, but then again, he's still a move behind. Plays this move, which is kind of aggressive. It tries to take away the eye shape, but it also leaves weaknesses in the corner. So I just jump up to defend my weak group, and at the same time reduce what he gets here. Because you can see, like, if I were to play something over here and he plays this, he's kind of building a nice area over here while keeping this a little bit weaker. Because even with this added move here, it's not really a living shape yet. And then he goes back and defends. Again, giving me Sente. So, 2 sides I can play on. I can either approach here, but then he just defends here. Then I have to go up, and then he gets Sente. And I don't want to give him Sente yet. At least not that easily for that little profit. So I can just defend this corner. If I defend this way, I'm kind of low, and it's not really doing much. If I defend this way, and he invades, I can attack because I have a stone over here. But on this side, if he invades, this is a little bit too far away to help. so I decided to play this one. And then he tries to, I'm guessing, attack. And because of this stone, we don't want to just push here and try to get all these points here, because he can just push here or jump in or do something. So here there's kind of a, I guess you can call it a technique. That's kind of counterintuitive. If you want to play towards the side, then you push up first, and then you jump onto the side. But you can see because it's open down here, there's still all this weakness over here. So you don't want to go to the side here, at least I wouldn't. So instead I want to go to the center. So to go to the center, you push first, and then jump out. So later you have potential of jumping here if you need to, and you're also pretty strong on the outside, so he's not going to surround you and build a bunch of points in the center. So in the game, I did that one. It's a bit weird to Hane here, because I can just push here, but again, I don't want the side, I want the center. Then he has this weakness to worry about later, or I can either go here, or I can cut, or maybe sometimes clamp. But he defends right away. But again, I'm not really trying to live on the side here, I'm just trying to get out into the center. So now I'm pretty strong here. I can always clamp here to try and get out. I could run into the center. There's not much black can do to this group. So now I can just play in the corner here, make this area nice and solid. Or I can play over here and try to grow this area. But what you would hope for with this is not to actually get this area. You would hope black invades it. You get a weak group to attack, and while he's running out this way, you're strong over here, so you don't have to worry about this, but you're also building more points over here. So I played this move. But instead of invading over here like I wanted, he plays this move, which I guess he's still trying to attack this. And just gonna defend it. I probably don't really need to, but I also don't want him to play a move over here because he's also growing this area. So this is less about defending and more about stopping black from getting a bigger area over here while also attacking. So I just push once and then jump. So now I'm more into the center. And if it gets even bigger, then I'm kind of building something here. So he should be trying to play moves to stop that. But if he tries to come from this direction, now I'm building up here. If he comes from this direction, it's kind of too far away. And again, he's just a little too focused on this side. Because here he's not really gaining that many points, like maybe 4 points here. So of course I'm just going to push, get stones to the center. And here he just lets me make a nice wall facing this entire area, which is definitely good for white. And then he invades here. So because I have this wall, I have the potential here, there's lots of things I can do. So I can just defend here, and then if he makes a base and runs out, should be okay. And I can also play this move, which either kind of forces him to go to the corner and jump out, or just jump out. And I prefer this one because this extra stone here makes this group a little bit stronger. So normally when you're attacking, you want to play on the side that's weakest first. And this side is weaker than this corner. Okay, so he goes here. Now I just defend the corner. He attaches here, which normally you don't want to play this one. Just want to jump out like this. or like this or something. Like in this situation, all of these are not that great, but they're when you attach to a stone, you're making that stone stronger, as you'll see in the game. It attaches, so I go here and here. So now I'm a lot easier connected here. This shape is stronger. It gave me this shape so I can jump out a little bit farther and stronger. And he still doesn't have any eye shape, so this move didn't help him at all, but it helped White a lot. So that's why you normally don't want to attach, especially when you're invading and trying to live. He just defends. It's not the greatest move. So now, what most people would want to do is just peep here. They're like, oh, no eyes for you. But then black runs into this whole area and in here and maybe out here. And then this group's not the strongest, like stuff could happen here. And then ends up living. Then you just lost all this points. This becomes weak, and it just causes a lot of issues. So instead, you want to put pressure on it, but not too directly. So I play this move, which is, again, putting pressure on the black group, but at the same time, it's building my own area. And even if black does something like this, he's still not alive, or if he runs out. Now if you try to be more aggressive and play from this side or something, you have a lot more secure territory. He plays here, so he's trying to make this an eye. Like he can play here, and then it becomes an eye. So you don't want to play this one, because then this is pretty much Sente. Then he can make this eye, and then has potential to do more eyes. So again, it's still not alive, but it gives him more Sente moves. So I played this one. So this is less Sente. So like he can still try to make this complicated, but if I don't want it to be, I can just back off. Although normally you want to capture first, make them waste a co-threat, like just co-threat, defend, come back and capture, then defend. Then it becomes a wasted co-threat, so later on if there's another co, they don't have as many. Then he plays this one, so I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do here, because of course I'm just gonna push here, which is putting pressure on the black group while also building this area even more. And yeah. So I like this a little bit more because it's more stronger shape, but while it's stronger for white, it's also helping black a lot more. This might be the better way, but I was a bit greedy and decided to jump to not give black so many extra moves for free. But it left some weakness here, which it's not too much, but there is something there, probably. Then he just runs away. At this point, I could try to be greedy and try to kill it, but then there's like potential of this getting cut here, this group getting cut off, and then I might get in trouble later. So instead, I think it's much easier to just defend my weak group. And now if he tries to invade here, then I can be more aggressive because I'm connected. And he just spends a move to make sure he's out. And then I have Sente again. And I use Sente to fix my weakness over here. There's not much there, but there's some there, so I want to fix it, make sure I'm nice and strong. And I'm pretty far ahead, so I can afford to be a little bit slow to make sure I'm nice and safe. Okay, so now he tries to do this, and again, because I'm nice and connected, I can just be aggressive and try and connect. So because he did this one, it was pretty easy to connect. And then he defends. Not really sure this is necessary, but it is pretty safe. And now it's just endgame. my end game is very bad, so don't pay too much attention to it. Um, but I would say that I learned that you start in the corners, and then the sides, and then you defend the center last. So while it might be tempting to play a stone over here to stop black from building, it's actually much better to play in the corners and Sente moves first. This move is not good. If just do something like this. So this is not Sente for white, so he'll have the Sente in game later. Sente-ish. So I extend, then yeah, now so instead of this being Sente for black, it turned into Sente for white. Then I play Sente move. This is also pretty Sente. He defends like this. This way is better because it's defending the stone and also preventing the end of game move here. Then again, sides, corners first, then you do this last. So even though he made quite a few mistakes, you can see I got a lot of profit here, profit here, profit here, and profit here, and made points here. Which you'd have to count it, but I would say it's probably more than if I played here, and then black got all those moves. Okay, and then he defends his. And at this point, it says white's ahead by about 34.5. It's probably a little bit more than that. Let me know what you guys think. Because like I said, normally I like to do it live, but the recording got messed up. Not quite used to talking and trying to play and think while coming up with the questions, because I'm not really sure what your questions would be. So I'm trying to learn and get better at that. And I also probably sound like I'm out of breath because I'm not used to talking this much. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think, things I can do to improve it. And I'll come out with another video next Sunday. And thank you all for watching. See you next time.